Hi guys, welcome back. This is my third video filming of the day. I think it's either my last or my second to last because I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I just want to sit down and watch Cheer season 2 on Netflix. I am so happy to be back though. And I haven't really done a sit down like chatty video in a while, and I keep saying like, oh, I'll get to that, but I had other videos that I really needed and wanted to film. So now is the time to sit down, chill. I just put on like a lo-fi music remix that I was gonna listen to, but then I was like, I'll probably get like copyrighted, and so I can't do that. But just know in my heart I'm listening to a very chill, like rainy day, even though it's not rainy, soundtrack. Even though that's not how I feel. I just wanted something chill. So I'm not gonna ramble on about that. I'm gonna ramble on about my life. So let's zoom you in. I'm gonna put makeup on. I'll try to talk a little bit about the makeup. I'll talk a little bit about what's going on in life. And then that's it. That's what we're doing. It's not a revolutionary video, just fun. Oh, I love that my little, where is it, sloth? My sloth queen is in the background. I guess I could bring the cat lady down, but I like the height difference, so that's where she is for now. I also have some fun new prints coming, which I am so excited for. All right, I just scraped off some self-tan on my chest. You can't see it now, but if you see red there, that's why. I used the Peter Thomas Roth water drench today. Careful not to get it in my eyes because sometimes it does irritate my eyes, other times it does not. It's just kind of like luck of the draw. But I got this recently. This is the Say Glowy Super Gel in Sun Glow, which is the darker shade. They have two. Kind of obsessed with it. Like, it's gonna be coming in another video, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, chef's kiss for it. I should stop saying chef's kiss, shouldn't I? I don't know. But I use a lot because today I'm pretty much using this as like my base. I'm not putting foundation on, and it does look a little darker. But as you can see, I know my nose has been itching and had hairs in it, like cat hairs and everything hairs. So I apologize if I'm scratching my nose. But as you can see, what I was trying to say is that it does look dark, but it blends in so quickly, and it is truly like a water tint. This is perfect for a no makeup day, especially when like it's winter right now and my face is just so pale. It's always paler than my body, but sometimes if you give yourself a little bit of color, it just feels better. Just feels better. I just rearranged my camera for another video, and now I'm trying to get it back to the right height. But I know I've had a few videos where I've just been like, life has been crazy, and then I've been like, but I'll touch up on that at a later date. Just because you know, sometimes when you're doing a video about a sunscreen, you realize that people are coming to your channel because they want to learn about sunscreen, and they don't necessarily want to learn about your life. So I have to be kind of cautious of when I add too much personal information, just because I get it. Like, I want to know about a certain product. I don't want to know like a 10-minute story about them always. But that's why I save it for a video like this. There's like one patch that looks darker. Oh man, there are a lot of them. This never happened before. Okay, so that's on. Now I'm using the Tenidol, the Lancome Tenidol Ultra Wear. I have it in the shade 260. This is pretty full coverage, but I just use a little, and that tends to work. So yeah, life, I feel like it's finally slowing down. If you were following me at the end of last year, we just had the craziest 2 to 3 months where we had our second wedding. I know that sounds funny, but we got married during COVID, and then we just had like my mom and a friend at the ceremony. And so 2020 or 2021 in October, we were able to actually have all of our friends and family come, and it wasn't super stressful just because my mom did so much, but it was still, you know, it's never not stressful, I guess. And then as it happened, I also, everything just happened at once. So we sold our house, which we'd been working on for 4 years and always knew we were going to sell it, but like it just happened right then too, which is not great timing. I also was like, I'm going to find another job. I don't want to do this, which in hindsight, I probably should have waited, but I didn't. And so I found another job, had all that, had to say goodbye to my friends at my old job, and basically like a whole career that I had had for 10 plus years, and then starting a new job in the tech field. So it was a lot. And then like the holidays, buying a new house, it was kind of like all the things, like really big changes all at once. And finally and then we went to New York. My husband's from there. We went to New York over the holidays, and before that he got into some poison sumac in the backyard, which I'm like not deathly, but I'm very allergic to poison ivy, poison sumac, all that kind of stuff. He got it on his face. It got better in like 3 days. I got it all over my back. Took almost 3 weeks to heal, and I was on steroids. I was on all these creams, just like in misery, like miserable. So that happened when I ended up having 2 weeks off from work, which I was like, yes, 2 weeks off. Like I can relax, I can film, I can be on Instagram, do more of my business. No, I was in bed, like shaking because of the steroids, but also like itching. It was so bad. So I wouldn't wish it on my worst. Well, I might wish it on my worst enemy, but it was not fun at all. And finally, by like New Year's Eve, I was better. And then we got sick with the vid. I didn't get it that bad, but he did. And it's just like, it's like one thing after the next. Today, I'm filming it, January 15th. And I would say like the last 2 weeks have finally been like free and clear. No drama in my life. And so I finally have been able to film more and do stuff that I like. Using the Rare Beauty, this is the bronzer that a lot of people have not been raving about, but I like because it's matte. And so like I feel like I always have such a glowy base that I want something matte, you know? I don't want it to like, I just don't want it to fall off. And I find that like with super dewy and emollient bronzers and blushes, they just come off, especially if like you're wearing a mask more often. So this is nice because, I don't know, I like it. And it does look intense, but if you blend it out immediately, it does blend out. And I find like a sponge works best. I haven't tried a brush, but you could probably try that. We're going for a very bronzed look today. So yeah, the other thing that was stressful was I kind of feel like I made a mistake switching jobs. If you ask me each week, it changes. Last week, like the beginning of the week, I was like, this is misery. Like I hate it so much. I want to go back. But this week was not bad. I think the difference for me is being able to work from home. That is key. It just cuts down on everything. I can do more things. I'm not like stressed for time. I'm gonna add a little bit of concealer just to brighten up some parts of my face. But yeah, so I'm sticking it out right now, but ask me again next week and I might change my mind. Otherwise, I feel like life is good and I've just been able to dedicate more time to making content, which is what I love. I've not spent a lot of time on my skincare business, which is kind of a shame. But I've just kind of been respecting what I feel at the moment. So like some days I'm like, oh, I want to formulate. Other days I'm like, no, I just want to like film a YouTube video or Instagram reel or whatever. And so I've just been going with that and trying to stop like forcing myself to do something when I don't want to, because then it becomes like miserable work and I don't want that. I think it's a matter of like blending that bronzer with the concealer and just like making sure you don't have any harsh lines. But the other thing that I have, interestingly enough, been into is, which I did not like at the beginning, this is the KVD, what's it called? Modcon blush in Luminary 50. It's very like minimal. I put it on the back of my hand and then I like take my finger and blend it out there first. And then I go in with the sponge. If you go in like right away with this onto your face, it's too much. But if you do it like that, it's just like a hint of color. And I've been liking it because it's a shade that I really don't go for often. And I think that's why I bought it. It's more like berry tone, like reddish, and it just complements my skin better than some of the orange. I love coral orange shades, but I find that this like really looks more natural than those. So I've been using it quite a bit, and it really looks more natural than almost anything else I use. I'm using the other side. So this side I used for the bronzer and like concealer, and then this is the blush side, and then I can go kind of make sure it's all just one. Sorry if you can hear the heat, it just comes on, and I feel like it's loud, but maybe it's not in the video, so hopefully not. I've been using a beauty sponge more lately, especially for these cream like bronze and blush, because it does just give you a better overall like diffused look than using your fingers, which is what I tend to do more often. I also want to try a little bit of powder with the sponge. I don't think I have any empty like clean sides, so I'm just going to use the cleanest. And not really bake, but not bake. My under eyes are so dry that I don't do very well with a lot of powder there. The other thing that's been kind of on my mind lately is that my channel is first and foremost skincare and sunscreen, or sunscreen and skincare if you really want to get nitpicky, but I love makeup. I have a lot of it. It just brings me joy. It gives me like creativity. It gives me an outlet. I don't know, you just feel more confident when you wear it. I mean, maybe not everybody, but I find that I do. And so I've been just like going with that. Again, like how I feel about all the other stuff that I was saying, like if I don't feel like formulating, I'm not going to. And I've been taking that into the like makeup realm as well. Like I've just been super inspired and motivated to do makeup, so I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Like I know people don't necessarily come to my channel for that, but I'm not gonna let that stop me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I do put the Rare Beauty on my eyes, because you can just use it as like a bronzer but shadow, but today I'm gonna use the Hoola Glow and just do the crease. This is kind of the makeup look that I've been going for a lot, where I don't really use a foundation. I use some type of tint and I use some type of tint and then concealer and bronzer, blush, and that's kind of it. And I've just been loving it so much. Then I'm going to take a clean brush and really diffuse that. So what about you? Do you find that like there's always so much pressure in the beginning of the year to like make resolutions, change, come up with a list of things you want to do, and the older I get, the more I'm like, no, I'm just doing it, and like I will keep track of it as I go, but I'm not going to make it like the central point in my life, because that's not how I don't really do well with that. But so far I'm feeling okay. I do have like some big goals for this year. Oh, I'm using Phytosurgeons. This is the Flash Fluorescence Potent Petal. It's just a very subtle subtle eyeshadow, and gives me just the littlest glow. And I think I'm gonna like try to do a little bit more of a smoky eyeliner, which I know this is like a very basic look and then like smoking out the eye, which is weird, but I just love this little Victoria Beckham quad, so I'm gonna do it. The other thing that has helped me this year and the end of last year is I started feeling myself like getting very anxious when on Instagram. And part of it is because of my skincare business, Plus Minus Skincare. It's, you know, it's a small business, but it's a business nonetheless. And every time I would go on there, it would just be other small, like local businesses. And I have customers, of course. But I found that it was like more me just seeing other businesses and then me comparing myself to those businesses. And I just didn't feel good at all. So I kind of have been taking a break, and I didn't like make a big fuss out of it. Sometimes I'll go on, and I know I need to do better. I need to like start being on there more. I have some new products that are coming out, but it hasn't been fun, and it's not my full-time job, so I don't need it to be fun, you know, like, or I don't need to be on there. But I should get back on. It's just one of those things, like, since I have the luxury of not, I'm kind of going with that and going with my gut. And I've been having a lot more fun on my own, like the Instagram associated with my YouTube account, which is just Dana Ripperton. I've just been having so much more fun there because there's nothing, I'm not trying to sell anyone. And with my business, of course, like, it's not that I'm trying to sell anyone, but I am. Like, they're products that I'm selling. So, you know, I guess take a break. One day it would be nice to just turn it over to somebody to do my social media, but I don't think that day is coming anytime soon. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna do one more thing. Maybe we'll do lips as well, but I'm gonna do mascara. This is also Victoria Beckham. I know a lot of people rave about this mascara because it is tubing, which is great. Obviously I love tubing mascaras, which hopefully I will be filming tomorrow. Maybe Monday, I have Monday off. But that is like, oh, did I just get it on my eye? That is a video that is gonna take hours, so I wanted to get a few others done today and then save that one for later. But spoiler alert, I don't love this mascara. I feel like it takes so many coats. Like, you could count how many coats and you just get like a very minimal natural look. So, I mean, I guess if that's what you're going for, then it's a great mascara. But to me, I'm like, the cost and the time that it takes to put it on, it's just not worth it for me. I can get a minimal look with another one and it takes half the time or less. The other thing, I'm just rambling. Like, when things come to my mind, I'm talking about it in no particular order. But as you can see, if you saw any of my old videos, I think I filmed one video in the other room in this new house, but I hated it. Like, the lighting was so off. It was just not great. It was also at my work desk, so I felt like, I don't know, I needed a separation of work and filming, which I never had before. My filming area was also my desk, but I don't know, it worked before, and in here in my new house, it just did not work. So I moved to a spare bedroom, and I am in love with it. I put these two pictures up. I have a little desk that's perfect. It's just the perfect size, and it just makes me so happy. Like, I come in here, I also have my closet. It's like my own personal beauty room, but I come in here and I'm just like instantly happier, and that's what you want when you have a filming area. So that has been very motivating in terms of me filming more. But yeah, it's just, I was like literally telling my husband, I was like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. And I couldn't get the filming, like the camera and the lighting right. So the autofocus was off. It just wasn't even on actually. And now it's the same camera that I've been using for years, but I finally figured the autofocus out, or finally figured it out. And the quality now I think is pretty spectacular, if I do say so myself. So yeah. But do you see what I mean about this mascara? Like, how many coats do I have to put on for it to look like subprime? And maybe I'm not doing it right, but I feel like I know how to put on mascara, and this ain't it. All right. I think that's good. I was going to put on lipstick, but I went kind of, since I did smoke out the shadow around my eye, I went a little heavier than I was planning. So I think just like a little lip gloss. This is Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the shade Grape, or Gummy Bear. It's my favorite. It smells like grape, but it's Gummy Bear. And there we have it, folks. Let's zoom out and wrap it on up. All right, that's the final look. Nothing fancy, but I do feel just like put together. And that's what I've been doing in the mornings when I get ready. And it's been really nice to just, even if I don't leave or if I see anyone, I don't know, I feel better. So this was fun. I needed to get ready anyway, so I might as well film it. So let me know how you liked it, what's been going on in your life. Tell me something below. I always respond to comments. And yeah, if you're okay with me doing some makeup, I will continue to. If this bombs and people hate it and they throw tomatoes, I don't know. If they TP my house, then I'll stop. But until then, I'm gonna keep going. All right, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.